Good morning, everyone. It's Joker, and today we are back with another slime video. And time to go into the third stage of the new limited time Chamber of Memories. This time we're taking on the Chamber of Training, which is different than the other two videos that we've done. This is only 4-star characters or lower, so it's actually even worse than the ones that we did above. So you only have access to really, really old or like the stupid ones you get at a summons. So not a lot of people have 4-star characters built up. What you might have, depending on how long you've been playing, is some of the really, really old free-to-play characters. Because before EX metas were a thing, the free-to-play battle units were 4 stars initially. And then you could upgrade them to 5, and that's where they stayed. And now all the free-to-play characters are 5 stars, and they just stay 5-star. So you might have like free-to-play Sufia, or Aaron, or Isis, or Watarimaru, or Geld, like those characters. So that's what we're going to have to use today. This wants a wind physical team, which, I mean, good luck. Just a whole bunch of other characters. But looking at the stage, they do have field effects, which is a bit interesting. So this one, pierce rate for everybody, 30%. So you have a 30% chance to pierce. Alright, cool. Whatever. We are against Adelman, who only has 266k HP, pretty low attack, medium defense, nerfs greens. They want us to use an orange or a blue team, sure. And defense, guard rate, poison, and reverse stats. So nothing too crazy here. So let's go ahead and build probably like 2 teams. 1 Reckoning and 1 normal team, because honestly, you should just use Reckoning for these ones. Especially like these stupid stages where you don't have units built. Just use free-to-play Carrion with a heal charm and call it a day. Alright, well, definitely have to make it harder on myself just to make content, right? But we're going to use this blue stacking team. Protector Shion does give stacking weakness strike, which I guess is cool, and we brought 2 wind characters, Gobta and Geld. Everyone on here minus that Dark Rimuru is a blue orb changer, and that Dark Rimuru does have an attack buff for all allies, which will just enhance our damage a little tiny bit. But this is, like, this is hard mode. You don't have to do it. This team takes like 10 turns to kill or something, because it's just so very underpowered, because they're all 4-star characters. But if you don't have the free-to-play carrying, or you don't have, like, the AoE heal charm, so he's not nearly as efficient, then this might be your best option. There are other stacking protectors you could use that are not green focused. Otherwise, I would use Protector of Peace Frey, because she's just so much better. But, yeah, we're going to be in here for the long haul, so we're going at pretty fast-paced, and it is essentially just blue stack. Like, there's not even any... Like, you have the 155-point skill here, and that's it. And it's only a 30% attack buff or something. It's really low. So you're really just banking on getting a lot of Geld and Gobta orbs just to do type advantage, and that's about it. So if this is what you have to run, then I'm sorry in advance, but it is able to get the job done just at a very, very slow pace. And Shion's only stacking 10% weakness strike, which again only matters for 2 characters. So there are definitely some better ones. Like if you have the Visions of Colia Satoru Rimuru, he gives synergy rate to everybody, which would just enhance your damage a little bit, but it would be everybody who would be getting synergy now, which probably is a better use of your protection gauge than weakness strike, because weakness strike really isn't that strong. Eventually it would outpace the synergy just rate that you would get from that damage buff. Eventually. But I think overall he'd just be a better protector. Or you just make it easy on yourself and bring Vengeance, or bring Reckoning, or bring both. Well, you can't really bring both, because you can't bring Yom. So, yeah, you're either stuck to Vengeance Albus or Reckoning Carrion. So, we're on turn 5, and he's lost like a 1/5 of his HP. So, you can see that this is a very, very slow-going team. Which is why I found it very interesting that they decided to make the limited time stages these, because they're so not fun. I get that they want to try and space out the content, and they want to give all the stages an equal opportunity, but at the same time, like, who wants to play these? The Chamber of Training has 4 stages, just initially. Chamber of Truth has 8, and the Chamber of Reminiscence has 14, and the Chamber of Aspects, the one that has like the force limitations, that has 11. So Chamber of Training and Chamber of Truth definitely are on the lower end of stage counts for just like the normal Chamber of Memories, not including the limited ones. And we are still missing a few limited time chambers that will be added in sometime-ish, somewhere along the line. But like, who really enjoys this? It is cool because it gives us the EX shards, and that's all fine, well, and dandy and everything, but you know, not a lot of people have these 4-star units built up because nobody uses them. Like, maybe Isis and Rimuru, because they're high priorities for new players to get a blue team going or a green team going. But all the other free-to-play characters that we've got now are 5 stars. So it's like these initial 4-star rarity or lower stages are really becoming irrelevant because no one levels those characters up. New players are too busy leveling up their EX units and some of the 5 stars and the free-to-play units. They're not worrying about initial 4-star rarity units like these, unless you're really on a mission or something. So I really wish they would just do something about that and make another stage. I mean, there is no initial rarity. So there's like a 5-star one that exists, yeah, and then the force limit one, but it's like, hey, you know what would be really cool? If you just made all the beatdown battles available and everybody could get all the free-to-play characters, and you didn't have to go through the rigmarole of doing flashback crystals to get the initial copy, and then the Corridor of Awakening to get the purple crystals to get them to 120, and then still miss out on a year's worth of free-to-play characters because they just don't feel like adding them. But here we go. We are on turn goddamn 10 of this fight, and we are just about ready to kill. So let's use the attack buff here. 25% attack, actually. It's even lower than what I thought. I thought it was 30. But let's send just the 3 orbs. Gopta does 46k, and he pierces as well. And then he pierces that hit. And we are done with this run. And that is the initial run of this fight. And God forbid, it just took forever. So there we go. We got the rewards. We got the EX shard, which is cool. But here is the team build. Just a whole butt ton of free-to-play characters. Quite honestly, your support slot for the Protector Shion does not matter. There's very rarely going to be a Protector that can cover multiple different people on the team, so just whoever you want. Alright, and next up is a blue orb-focused Reckoning team. Carrion, as long as he has the AoE heal charm, or even the single target heal charm, like it doesn't matter. As long as you can get him activated a number of times, then you're going to be good, because these stages have very, very low HP. So we're going to run a blue team, because that gives us the most protection gauge, which means that we can use Carrion the most. Instead of trying to do greens and all that, we're just going to benefit more off of the blues. Then he has the reset, which means that we can consistently keep our blue orb converts low cost. But this fight, unlike the other one, you only have to go to 5 turns, because at turn 5 he's going to die. Just straight up he's going to die. So if you want to, you can bring a couple other healing units instead. Like you could bring the Wind Christmas Maid Shion. She has a self-heal skill. And then you could bring the Space Misery. She also has a healing skill. And if you've activated Carrion and you have that healing effect on, and then you use the heal skills, and you can get some extra stacks out of it. So that would be your next best option, especially if you don't have the AoE heal charm to just heal everybody and give everybody the 2 stacks of Reckoning. So there are other ways to get around it if you don't have that charm. Just the charm makes it just so easy to do. Again, since these stages have such low HP, you don't really need that many stacks of Carrion. Like, we're gonna get like 6 or 8 stacks on each character, maybe? So 24-ish stacks in total, and it's gonna do way too much damage. Like, this Ataman has, what, 300,000 HP or something like that? Somewhere around there, give or take. So as long as you can activate Carrion quite a bit. So we've got 6 stacks right now total, because we've used Carrion once. 2 stacks per person because of the heal. And our normal orb damage does not matter. Like, if you can chip him down, then that's great. But you're really just here to turn 5. So, alright, let's keep orb changing. Yeah, orb change there. Use Carrion to reset all the orb changes. Then we can use the other orb change with Sokka. And then we've got another stack. Cool. And then, yeah, let's just do this. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that gets us another stack of carrion next turn. So we're up to 18 stacks after that, and he's going to die. So, quite honestly, this is just what you guys should do if you have access to it. And even if you don't have access to it, even if you don't have access to the heal charm, just bring some healing characters. There are a few 4-star / free-to-play options that do have healing skills. Not a lot of them, but some of them do. So there's our 6 stacks, so 18 total stacks of Reckoning, and we just have to send this. I mean, we didn't really have to do anything here. We could have just sent 1 orb, and he would have died. So, yeah, that's going to do it for the Chamber. What is this? Chamber of Training, stage... What is it? Stage 5? There we go. Bye-bye. Did 700,000 damage right there. And, yeah. So, hopefully this video helped you out, but that's it from me. Take it easy, and I'll see you all later.